Okay guys, welcome back. So in part 1, check that fit out, the fit before this, right? It's like the fit where I explained all the basic freezes that you can use, and you know, basically these freezes are not too hard, but of course practice them a lot, right? And today I will teach you guys how to use those freezes many times without repeating, which is awesome in the battle, of course, because repeating is one thing that the judges don't want to see. If you do something in one round and you do the exact same thing in the other round, the judge already seen that and they know they can do that because you showed them before. They want to see different stuff each round, right? So that's why this is, but check out part 1 and then let's get into it, guys. So today we're going to show all these freezes I said in part 1 and show you how to variate in them, right? So that's the main key. I won't go in too much detail, but if you got the general idea, it's very easy to play around with this. So the first one was that side freeze. So we're always going to use, for the most part, this position now to jump into our freezes. This is the front of the 6th step. You're going to lift your foot a little bit to the side and pivot over. I said this in a couple of fits, but this is the easiest way because you can use this leg to get to the push-up position. And from this push-up position, I can do anything I want. In this case, it's that side freeze. So simply pop into that side freeze right here. And let's say place my hand on the floor, and my head and feet are on the floor. My hand is to the back, and this leg is bent, or maybe I grab it, something like that, right? So that's one pose, for instance, I did. Now, let's say I'm judging the battle, and I see that, okay, that's a side freeze, I like that, right? And you continue from there. Then you do another round and you use the side freeze again, but you think, oh no, I already did the side freeze, or you know, you do this side freeze the same way. Both is bad because you can use the same side freeze, just do it in a different way, and it will be almost like it's a different move. So I'm going to do that side freeze again, but this time in a different way. So if you look now, yes, it's again that side freeze, but this time I made it with straight legs. So if I do one run, I do that one with the foot on the floor, whatever, and the other run I do it with straight legs. It's different, right? And by thinking and working that way, it's easy to play around with that. Let's do a couple. So I'll just show you guys transitioning, right? And this time I'm going to put the foot on the knee. I'm going to make my legs small. I'm going to open my legs. Right, I'm going to look up and go to that position, and from here you can do all these variations, like go to an archer, and all these moves you can do this, guys. And that's like, see how easy it is to use those basic moves and variate so much simply by playing with the legs. Maybe you can play with the arm, place it there, look up, use, you know, not put your head on the floor, something like that, right? So it's every time something different. Use baby freeze, switch the baby freeze, open your legs, etc. And then also you can combo this move, and it's yet again something different. For instance, like I'm going to go into that side freeze, but just pop on my head. See, yes, I did use side freeze, but if you do that pop on your head from the side freeze in a run, for a judge it doesn't look like, oh, it's repeating that side freeze, because you're just using it to combo into another move, right? Which is again different. So as you can see, this is just an example, right? But for all these basic moves, you can use this exact same approach. So I will show you a little bit, but see how easy it is to variate. So when you do battle and you did, like, usually it's like, oh yeah, I did 3 runs, now I don't know what to do. But yeah, you can easily do more. You can actually freestyle that stuff. Just remember what you did and try to variate simply by practicing those basic moves as you can. So when I use this same position, I can turn around, but in air baby you just lean forward to get into it, right? So oh sorry, it's not air baby, it's frog freeze, but frog freeze, air baby is almost the same thing. But if you're in that air baby, let's say I'm going to hold it for a couple of seconds. So for beginners, it's a nice move, but as you get more pro, you usually don't use this one so much, but you can use it very much to transition. For instance, I mean, this frog freeze, roll to my belly. See, that's a move. So when the judges see that, okay, you're using that frog freeze, but then you do that frog freeze again, but this time you go to your head, see? Or you just hold that frog freeze, or you use actually a variation like an air baby, right? So every time you use that, it's different again. So, hey, you don't have to repeat that frog freeze. You can use it in different variations, already different. You can hold it a long time, because for my students that's fine. If you hold it and it's clean, it's good, right? But, you know, like I said, it's more like a, well, usually people don't just use the frog freeze, but I know some people that's mad dope and can use this freeze so nicely, so it's good anyway. So that's that frog freeze. Then the headstand, it's pretty much, I'll keep repeating the same concept so you understand, but let's say I want to turn to my head. I'm just showing you the basic to get to your head like this. Turn around, slowly put your head down and lift the legs. Now, let's say you show me this with the wrist out like, and then the other one, you just throw it something like this. See that it's like, it's different, guys. It's simply different. So, yeah, I see you go on your head again, but you're using it different. And you can play around with this so much, right? And alternatively, even like if you, let's say you're right here, maybe you can do a little drill, right? Maybe you can do this, you can do that. So many variations, you can combo the move. So same as that frog freeze, like I showed you. But let's say I want to go for my head, but immediately pop to my elbow. I see you use your head, but it's different. It's a different run. Head, elbow, right? So yeah, I see you use the same move, but it's not repeating, guys. And think of it like this. Play with the legs. Every leg position can, in theory, be different freeze. Of course, it's always better to vary more. Then about those handstands. Well, handstand, as you have those freezes down, you can use them, right? But let's talk a little bit about how to use your handstand to your advantage. If you can do hollow back and invert, even better. It's simply as you go in, you can straight up pull that head in or place your legs in a weird position. Like I told in the class for people just watching this, if you keep it angled, similar to planche, it's very heavy by making scorpion style, throwing your back to back, you can angle in your handstand, which is a nice effect. So from this pivot, I can just jump into any freeze I want. Simply by pushing, you control one hand. So let's say I want to do bike freeze. Actually, I push on the floor like that. Same with L kick. So with the hand, whatever move you want, right? So it's very easy. Of course, you don't have to use that transition, but that's the easy one. So that's for that move. Now, bridge, like I said in your vid, like I'm old and have terrible back, but bridge is a very powerful weapon for beginners. So let me explain how to jump into your bridge, which is an important factor, of course. If you put this leg all the way around, you do the first step of the sixth step from the back, so it's like this one. I can simply turn into a bridge by leaving my hand close to the floor and turning my shoulder in, looking up. Automatically you will step into your bridge. And of course, if you ever fall or for some reason end up on your back, you can easily do a bridge. Strong bridges for young people or just general people who are good at it. Most females are awesome at bridge. You can use this move quite well, right? So let's say I'm turning this hand around. I'll show you quite quickly, but mine is terrible, like I said. I'm turning in and then turning over to a bridge like this. Now I can place my foot on my knee. For instance, like just giving an example. And you need to learn how to step in and out of your bridge. Mine wasn't too good right there. So bridge on your head, very stable and even easier. You don't even need the hands, right? So you can do a genie style. So let's say I'm going to go onto the bridge on my head, place genie style. You can also step over, right? And continue from there. Same with the hands, by the way. If you know how to step over, very powerful weapon. Then shoulder freeze, all the same things, right? You can play with the legs. And there you have it, guys. You can use these moves so many different ways, simply by putting your leg in a different place, putting your hand in a different place, opening your body. And if you do different footwork, like I did a lot of tutorials now on footwork that we did, you do different footwork every time, man, the judges won't even notice that you use the same move again. They will like, whoa, this kid has a lot of variation. That's great, because the other kid's very good. I like what he does, but man, I saw it around before. So, guys, practice all this stuff. Practice mostly these basic freezes, of course. Now, if you want to be more complex and practice more difficult freezes, of course, go ahead and do it, right? Nothing wrong with that. But even though, like, I know, like, people that can put their head, you know, their leg behind their head and do a freeze, that's awesome, but it's also very specific. Not everybody can do this, but just doing the basic freezes, you can already vary it so much. So try to get that, guys. And as you practice all this stuff, try to practice it. Like if you give each freeze a separate footwork run, man, you easily have 6, 7, 8 runs. I said this many times. So guys, practice this and I'll see you next time.